Gary, listen to me real quick. Here's the thing, bro. What I was getting at is, years ago, when I was growing up in Texas, all I would see is windmills. Like you're taking road trips to another city or something, you see windmills and shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it's not. That's not what you see anymore. You don't see that anymore, right? It's different kind of energy. It's not wind energy. It's not. It's different energy. And so what I'm saying is, when I fly across the U.S., like when I'm looking down from the clouds, I don't see solar panel farms like I see in China. I've been to China. I've flown across China, bro. Like not, like state to state, they call it provinces. So province to province. I'm flying across China, and you can't fly high above the clouds because there's so much pollution. So it's like you be like between the cloud and the fucking pollution areas. It's crazy. So they fly low in some places. You can actually see. And I'm looking at the solar panels that they got in China, bro. Miles and miles of solar panels. And what I'm saying is it's a new world of energy out here that America isn't, taking advantage of. So China is gonna lead the world again in selling solar panels to the rest of the world that is gonna get on the clean energy. So even though Donald Trump is like, man, fuck this clean energy, we finna drill, baby, drill. He going backwards because he wanna make more money. And that's not what America has done, bro. Even as a veteran, I know that, right? The reason why we don't drill, baby, drill and use up all our oil that's under us is because during the time of war, we're not gonna have to depend on somebody else to ship the shit to us. And so when we're at peace and there's not a time of war, that's the best time to actually buy shit from somebody else, right? Buy from Saudi Arabia, buy oil and gas from Europe or Russia or whoever, right? Because during the time of war, we ain't gonna be depending on them ships to bring that shit over here. That's when you're supposed to drill. But what Trump is doing, he gonna boost the economy like a motherfucker right now. But later, you know what I'm saying? It may not be as much of a good thing. So that was the vision for most of the presidents that came around in the past. They always be like, we go save our oil and gas and buy everybody else's. And Trump is just changing up the way we normally do business, which I'm saying, I don't know if it's good or bad, but the economics, the economists are saying it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna work out. So
But economic theory is kind of remember, economics are cyclical. If you don't expect a recession to happen, you're a fool. It occurs because at some point in time you reach a penultimate moment where things just don't even out right. Where either export and imports ain't benefiting. I mean, think about it. When we're going through a boom, somebody's going through a bust. Not everybody is benefiting from a very vibrant economy. That's even when it comes state to state. Shit, if California's doing well, do you think the rest of the country is?
yeah, you're right. It's always winners and losers, bro. It's always winners and losers.
And I don't expect to always win, I don't expect to always lose, but I'm sure as hell gonna put the initiative in to be able to benefit when it's the
Derek, but I'm saying we are gonna lose as a nation if we don't focus on the clean energy side of it. You know how many solar panels they need in Africa right now? I've been to Africa, bro. They got villages all over Africa with no power. They need solar panels, bro.
But you know the interesting thing you say about it, they got a whole bunch of land that's not on them. You gotta don't allude to the fact that there are some cons to that shit. Solar panel farms are unsightly. It lowers your fucking property value. It puts out motherfucking radiation. There are some cons to that shit.
Why do you keep saying it lowers your value, bro, when it doesn't?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
It does not, bro. It does not. It does not, bro.
It does. That's why I said you gotta weigh out the pros and cons. So again, just throwing out solar panels all over the country is not gonna fix the fucking problem.
Hey, Derek, but let me ask you something. I'm just jumping in, but let me ask you something. This is what's always what I've wondered. I'm not saying it's all across the country. I can never figure out, like Marcus is saying, in California, the Southwest, through Texas, all the way through to Georgia, and down into Florida, it would seem like the logical solar possibilities. I'm not talking about Minnesota. I'm not even talking about Illinois. I'm talking about, nonetheless, we have the solar resources across the South and the Southwest. The fact that we can't get it together to utilize it, hence what you were talking about in Africa, which I've never been there. I want to make, that's on my bucket list. But to me, it's interesting that Africans have the same issue and that we're not seeing that the solution is the same. We both have sun, we both need solar power. And the fact that the Chinese are on it, then 10 years from now, we'll be whining, oh, the Chinese, they just did this. Oh, they're getting over. How's about maybe they're smart and they got some respect.
Believe me, we won't be seeing that because what is the financial benefit to a utility company putting out fucking solar panels? What's the benefit?
You gotta be Derek. Come on, bro. You gotta be
Tell
kidding
me
me.
what the benefit is to a utility company with solar
What?
energy.
That's the next level, bro. And the old way. Listen, real quick, Derek. Derek, real quick. You remember when kerosene was a thing, bro. When America was made, they had kerosene. Somebody sold kerosene to everybody around the world. They had them little lamps where you light the lamps and shit. You know how they do in the old movies and shit. Somebody sold that shit. That was the way we used to get power. Then you went to electricity. And, it's different levels. The next level is solar, though. That is the next. That's the next stage, is what I'm saying. The sun, bro. Are you serious? The sun? That's why. Listen, Derek. That's why they're putting it. It's not about the utility company.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, bro. You don't have. When you get a solar panel, what I'm saying is when you get a solar panel, right? Now I've never had a solar panel, so I don't know if if you're paying Comcast or Centerpoint of Energy or whatever. But I'm saying once you plug that mother, you hook it up, and the sun hit it, it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. And
I'm not talking about the functionality. I'm talking about where's the money going to be made for the utility company. What's the benefit for the utility company saying, hey, we're not going to make a nuclear power plant. We're not going to use hydro energy for generating electricity. We're going to go to solar panels. Where is the financial benefit? How do you make up for not selling goddamn oil, gas, energy? Where is solar panels going to outdo the fucking energy?
bro, you create. That's why Trump and Biden was going at it, because Tim Walz is from Minnesota. Minnesota is a clean energy state. They are one of the few states that are focused on clean energy, and they got all type of bills and legislation and shit. That's why Tim Walz was the vice president selection. The Democrats want to go to clean energy so we don't get left behind when it comes to China and shit. The Republicans are the only ones because they've been rich. They are the oil and gas people. You have to create a new industry. You're not gonna make money in the same, like you said, winners and losers, bro.
I didn't say you couldn't create I didn't say you couldn't create something new. I'm saying, where is it going to put the current industry of utility energy, meaning gas, coal, oil, fossil fuels? Where is solar energy going to be able to come? Because the sun.
Bro, there has to be incentives.
Burn everything. There's going to be
There has to be incentives and disincentives, just like there was with electric cars, which
And
is
that's
on top.
already
You have
there.
tax credits.
That's
You have
already
tax
there.
credits. You have subsidies. You have additional tax credits. No, it is not. Well, then you need to.
Remember, that was the whole push. If you ain't got solar panels, you got a fucking discount on your house.
You need to deepen the subsidies. You need to deepen the subsidies to compete against the Chinese. That's my opinion. Deepen the subsidies.
That's for the homeowner. Where's the benefit? That's what I'm talking about.
Regulate the utility company. Where's the benefit for the Americans to sell guns to everybody? It's the military-industrial complex. Regulate them, okay? Regulate them and make them do it.
Tell me what politician is going to lobby for that shit.
I agree with you. That doesn't mean it's not common sense. No, I agree with you. That's why I'm discussing because to me that's just logical industrial policy. It's not happening because a lot of Americans can't get on board with understanding exactly what we're talking about.
Money is on the table, Bryce. You know how much.
Derek, the Virginia, remember all the Virginia Mountaineers or some shit? Like when I was traveling in Virginia, when I went to Virginia, right? They had a fucking bunch of miners, bro. In certain parts of the U.S., people used to only want to be miners for a living. That shit gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's working there hard. I'm saying that hard. I'm saying the way Americans work, bro. It's just a different psychology. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know anybody that has mineral rights? Have you ever been to the Marcellus Shale or been to the shale in Deposit Down in Texas?
No, I haven't.
When you get a chance, Google what the average person makes for their mineral rights. And that's in perpetuity. There's something to get $40,000 a month. Utility companies with them selling gas, you're gonna have one hell of a fight. That was like Oprah Winfrey tried to go up against the beef industry. They shut her up real fucking quick.
Yeah, bro. But again, the America oil and gas industry is not all of America. More people want to jump into a new industry. It's a new way of doing business, and some people are gonna go out of business because of it. That's just the way it works.
You're correct. They want to disrupt it, and that's what I'm talking about. How do you disrupt a global market of utility? Because I can tell you what, America might be first, but sure as shit, for other countries that don't have the money and the infrastructure, who's gonna pony up the money for them to do it?
But we're not doing it first. We're last. We're behind. Is what I'm saying.
I know I'm saying if America was to jump on the bandwagon and go whole hog for that, do you really think the rest of the 100 and some odd companies are going to be able to follow suit? They're still going to be stuck on conventional motherfucking means of heating and energy. That shit is
Derek, listen to this real quick, bro. Elon Musk, his net worth just went up to $500+ billion, bro, because he has Tesla. If he had the mindset of who's gonna buy the electric cars, he wouldn't be rich, bro. Some people got the money to do things the new way. Man, they got thermal power, nuclear power, hydroelectric power, wind power, solar panel power, geothermal power, bio. There's so many ways to bring power and electricity to the people. But solar is one of the fastest growing, most promising renewable energy sources on that list. It's by far. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say free. I don't even know why you keep saying free. I'm telling you how much money is in the industry. I don't even know. I ain't even use the word free at all.
It still does not compare to oil and gas. You
Yeah,
can't.
I know what you're saying, they might benefit maybe from like lower cost of production of electricity. So maybe, those solar farms
I want
go
to
to like power
splash.
plants, they just sell it to other people. Like you don't want solar panels on your roof, right? They could just sell that solar energy to you instead of you having that stuff on your roof.
Yo, you're not imagine
Spider.
but like shit change. Like there, you gotta see like
Look
much
at
like
the
the
top
gentleman
of
was
the
saying before,
coconut.
like the companies have to adapt to change. Like,
That's a kaboom.
you can't just be like, oh, because it makes so much money, the companies would never change. That's not true.
I'm not denying the
Companies
change.
will adapt to
I'm
the
not
times.
denying the change. I'm just saying industry is not based on what's good for America and what's good for
Where's the
fucking
apple
goddamn
tree?
For the world. Remember,
Remember
the whole recycling plastic. 2% of that shit can be recycled. What are they now doing with plastic? Plastic is now a coal.
apple tree.
It doesn't go away.
But I just told you how they could benefit though. I just told you how they could
We're
benefit.
talking about green energy and benefiting the planet. It has to be something in it for the investor.
I just told you that.
Nobody's going to put enough money to change infrastructure like that if it's a loss. People don't invest in companies because they're doing good.
I just want to give you an example
You
of how
invest
they
for
could benefit.
profit. You don't invest to make the world clean. People invest for profit.
Yeah, I told you how they could benefit through profit though. Like it costs less to generate through solar. It costs basically nothing to generate electricity through solar. You just need the sun.
Bro, why you think they doing it in Africa? That's what I was trying to tell you.
I wanna go home soon.
The utility market is not a thing that is in consideration right now because there's nobody lobbying. Tell me the lobbyists that are
Derek, if it's not a thing, we wouldn't be talking about it, bro. They ran on that. The Democrats ran on that, bro. Tim Walz and Kamala Harris ran on it.
lobbyists. They're not lobbyists.
Their lobbyists told them to run on it.
Tell me the lobbyist organization that's lobbying.
Listen to what I'm saying, Derek. Derek, listen to what I'm saying real quick. Listen, bro.
You started with profit, now you're going to
Inside
Derek,
out too.
Derek. Tim Walz, bro. Tim Walz is the governor of Minnesota right now. If you look up Minnesota clean energy, Tim Walz, all type of shit will pop up, bro. That's why they was running on that. That's why Trump was like, drill, baby, drill. If the Democrats would have won, you'd have seen so many solar shit popping up all over the U.S. The test state is Minnesota. They already doing it in Minnesota. They was trying out it in Minnesota. They gonna spread that shit across the U.S. Now the only thing that's happening is Trump's lobbyists or the oil and gas industry. So instead of the new money coming in and creating new jobs, we go, put more money in the current situation, which is only gonna keep us in our current situation when it comes to the world reach and GDP of shit still not being made in America. The solar panels are have made in China on there across the world, and then if we're not the ones buying them, if we're not the ones making them, then we buy them from China like Germany, like France, like Australia, we all gonna be buying it. Now, all the African countries, we all gonna be buying the same shit from China, just like we buy everything else from China, from around the world. Shit crazy.
Okay, exactly. That's my point, and that's exactly what we're talking about. And it does make a difference what people are backing. And to your point, this is a good discussion. Or have been around. Look, I rent cars like everybody else, so I ain't against the gas industry. But to your point, new industries are coming up, and government helps or doesn't help. Okay? They took the lands of the Indians to build the railroads. You think that the railroads just came in and negotiated? No, they took that shit and they said, you guys can put a railroad in here now. So I'm totally with Marcus on that. I think we're really missing an opportunity to really go up against the Chinese. Let's manufacture solar cells in Wisconsin, Minnesota, California, Alabama, Florida, Vermont, wherever. Let's put in the tax incentives and the subsidies to do so, just like we're trying to do with the chips that are currently made mainly in Taiwan. And we're paranoid justifiably about the communist Chinese seizing it. To me, a lot of this stuff is logical, and people don't want to get that Trump isn't really tuned in, or as you pointed out, he's with the old school boys. He's with Exxon. He's with the oil guys. Okay, fine. Don't expect for him to do a damn thing. Elon Musk, notwithstanding. That's my two stuff.
I will say this though. I think Trump is a wild card. Like he's really unpredictable. So I don't really like to say what he is or isn't